Wenzel Klondike 16 by something 10 or 11 tent. The outside view went up fairly easily. Took about 20 minutes. I'm not a first-time camper. I'm not a professional either. Do a little walk around here so you can see the features of the tent. It's got the ground level vent on the back to pull cold air in. The corners, there's some kind of patented thing here. Yeah, to me they just take away some of the space from the interior of the tent. One thing I didn't like about the setup of the tent, and that's how loose this fabric is. So I can get a hold of that. Yeah, but you can see how loose this fabric is. I actually took the tent down, moved it, and set it up on a more level spot. But it appears to be that that's just the way this fabric, the way this tent is made. It's doing it in more than one spot. For example, here on the porch feature of the tent, the porch section, I've got it all staked down like it's supposed to be. If you guys see anything I'm doing wrong here, let me know. But I mean that loose floppy fabric, I just you know, I'm used to a mountain tent, you know, stretched tight, on a solid frame, and this is definitely not a mountain tent. It's more of a family tent. Even though it's an external frame tent, it just doesn't set up like what I'm used to. Did spray a hose on it yesterday, and no leaks, no runs, no drips, no errors. Something else too, you can see on this side the swags here in the fabric. That's another thing. I don't know what's causing that, but this side always does it both times I set the thing up. Let's take a look inside. I'll show you how much room we have. Zippers, excellent quality, work great. No trouble at all with the zippers. We've got a smaller Ozark mountain tent from Walmart that is a pain when it comes to the zippers. All right, here's the little room, front porch area. Plenty of room for 2 chairs, as you see, and a view back at the front of the door. And here's the bedroom, as we call it, with my little family head in here. With these corners, you actually lose some space, where if they had continued to tent straight out into a 45 at right angle, you lose, I'd say, 6 or 8 square foot of floor space. So even though it's claimed to be a 16 by 11, I think it is, you don't get that much usable space out of it. The front porch area is actually not square either. It goes in from these sides to a point. So you need to look at the square foot figures. Round door, I don't mind the round door at all. It's kind of neat, and I guess they did that because the tent needed structural integrity there, so they kept all the fabric around it intact and put a round door in it, which is fine aesthetically too, because it kind of mimics the top of the front porch area. So I don't mind it. All the the flaps on the tent. See if we can do one real quick here. Don't have ties. Just a second. They roll up into pockets on the bottom of the door. I just stuffed that one in there. And the same pockets are on all the additional windows. There's no window in the back area, back wall of the tent. And I don't know why. None of the windows are protected from the weather by the storm fly. So if it rains, you're gonna be locked up in a tent with the windows zipped up. Because the storm fly doesn't extend out over the windows. I couldn't see how you could even crack a window just letting down part of it. It looks like you're gonna be locked up in here in the rain. The round door stuffs into a sack made for it, and but you know, it's not all bad. It does have plenty of room. The material is very well done, high quality material, much better quality than the Ozark Mountain. I think we have a 14 by 10. I'll probably be taking that back to Walmart. But there's plenty of room. This is a queen size mattress, and you know, you can get around in there pretty good. There's a huge amount of no-seam netting, vent material. The whole top of the tent is constructed of it, so if there's a breeze, you're probably gonna get some. So other than the loose floppy fabric, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would personally give this tent about a 7, maybe a little more. Like I say, I'm used to tighter fabric, stretch top, run a tight ship, and all that. This is not the case. This is a little different. And like I said, I tried taking it down and putting it back up in a more level spot, and the same sags in the same places. So I don't know, maybe a few more times taking it down and putting it up will you know, eliminate some of that. But and you know what, when I sprayed the hose on it yesterday, it was fine. It didn't leak. Just a couple little seams where the tent peg loops are. A couple of seams there leak, but nothing a little seam sealer won't fix. So while the loose fabric bothers me aesthetically, it didn't seem to hurt the function of it at all. And I guess that's it. I can't think of anything else.